So apparently Jasmine Crockett thinks that we need illegals to go pick cotton for black people or something.
Hey, I wanted to ask about Nicki Minaj. Because she's like, you know, very in the news these days. Has like, you're doing a face right now.
We don't mess with Nicki.
You don't mess with Nicki?
No, we don't mess with Nicki.
Check it out, Jasmine. Let me holler at you, Miss Crockett. I want you to understand something. The black communities don't like you. The black community do not like you.
So I do want people to know that just because someone has committed a crime, it doesn't make them a criminal.
Say it. And while you at it, tell Al Sharpton and Roland Martin to shut the up too.
No. That is completely different. Being a criminal is more so about your mindset. Committing a crime can come for a lot of
like
different
reasons. You are not a spokesperson for the smart blacks.
So your question may be, why are we here? Well, let me show you something about how delusional Jasmine could be sometimes, allegedly.
I want people to be very clear-eyed. They are playing games right now, and this is all about shielding and distracting from the President of the United States, who is absolutely mentioned in those files. And frankly, we know that he had already been sued prior to him ever entering office.
Nah, I'm nobody's savior. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisies, and she's the type that will beat a dead horse down, take blood out of a stone, knowing she's wrong, but still act like she's right. Continue watching.
What you mean, April, June, and September of 2016, right before election?
Where there were allegations that he's a child.
Yeah, claims that was made months right before the election. How ironic. That was claims from 1994 from a anonymous person nobody ever seen. Then when it got dismissed and they did the investigation, it links back to Norm Labau, who worked for Jerry Springer.
Now let's not forget, this is the same woman who was making the accusations of the Epstein, and I think she was saying somebody was getting funded from him. Come to find out, it was a totally different Jeffrey Epstein. So let's roll the clip, baby.
Get the fuck out of here.
This is on the record. Now, granted, the case didn't go through and whatever, but we know that the allegations were there way before he even took office the first time.
Are you shitting me?
I want to be clear that, like, law enforcement isn't to prevent crime. Law enforcement solves crime, okay? That is what they are supposed to do. They are supposed to solve crimes, not necessarily prevent them from happening.
Hey, I need y'all help now. I need y'all to get this shit here to Jasmine Crockett. Get it to her. Hey, for every black man that actually got a GED, a high school diploma, and took a couple of vocationals, they don't like you, period. The only motherfuckers that's listening to the shit you saying, Jasmine, is everybody that coming out the projects.
Did you used to mess with her?
Oh, of course. I mean, you had to, but I will be clear, I have always loved Cardi more.
Okay.
And clearly my instincts were right to love on Cardi more than Nicki.
Totally. So you kind of flipped on her. What was the moment you decided that I just can't anymore?
I just don't do sellouts, especially in this moment, right? Like, things are too serious. There are too many people that are being harmed. And especially with her being an immigrant, then deciding to go and cozy up to this administration that is specifically putting targets on the backs of immigrants and anyone who stands with them.
I believe
all they know how to do is twerk, sell dope, and gangbang. So you can reach them. But to a black man that's out here trying to get money, that understand how shit move, we all would like to say from the bottom of our hearts to you. And I want you to take this personal. Take it personal, Jasmine. Fuck you, and stop trying to speak for the black people, because we don't agree with nothing you say.
You think he's the only one speaking like this? Go online, there's plenty more. And not to mention, what she did right there with that Cardi B bar, you know that was intentional. You know what she was doing right there. She's being catty. But you see, they don't like to say illegal immigrant. They take the word illegal, so this way it's just immigrant so that you can fall in line. Pay attention. She's not an illegal immigrant. Get that together. We need to stop playing with semantics.
And while you at it, tell Al Sharpton and Roland Martin to shut the fuck up too.
Why do you think she's doing it then?
listen, I don't know if it's because she looking for some papers for some people, or if she's looking for them other papers, because you know I hear that she got family members that's got a little, you know, a few little issues, right? And so maybe she needs them other papers because he love to hand those out, usually at a cost, right?
We don't give a fuck about now one of y'all. Y'all don't care nothing about us. Jasmine, you don't care nothing about us. You don't give a fuck about us. How in the fuck all the Democrats on your party voted not to make sexual of a child a felony? I told y'all they holding on to try to pass laws because there's a whole lot of rich, famous people been fucking with kids. So now they trying to change the laws before the indictments come down. Pay attention. Back to you, Jasmine. Fuck you and the horse or donkey or shark or porpoise that you rode in on. We don't fuck with you like that.
But going after people like Don Lemon, who I love dearly, just wrong. Like, she's just on the wrong side of history. So I hope that people remember all of this when she comes back and she's broke and she's begging for money and support, because something tells me MAGA ain't gonna do it for her.
If Nicki came out with, like, you know, a summer jam and you couldn't not bop your head to it, do you think you'd still have to turn it off when you're in the car to come on the radio, or like, can you divorce those two things?
I think that there are plenty of people. I'll give you an example. R. Kelly, right? A lot of people took issue with R. Kelly. R. Kelly obviously is serving and doing his time right now. But something tells me that people are still bumping R. Kelly somewhere, somehow, right? I think that there are people that can divorce the art. For me, it is more so about, like, your dollars. Like, are you going to support with your dollars certain things? Because it's the dollars that have given her a platform in the first place. Otherwise, Donald Trump wouldn't even know who she was. No one would know who she was but for the dollars that were used to support her, that allowed her to have the platform that she has. Do you want to continue to support or elevate a person's platform who's then going to turn around and do things that are demeaning to us as a society?
It's interesting to me that, like, she's like the MAGA hero right now, but she's not included in their halftime Super Bowl show. You know how they're doing a Turning Points halftime show? Kid Rock is headlining. I assumed that Nicki was going to headline, but she's not even on the bill. It's a pride. Why do you think Nicki's not on there?
She may now understand her place as it relates to MAGA, but maybe she
wasn't
won't.
expecting to be
Just
on
this past
there.
week, I saw, I don't remember which celebrity, but it was actually a celebrity, and I was like, I don't know that that's not necessarily a bad idea. But I'd have to think through it a lot. One of the things that they propose is black folk not have to pay taxes for a certain amount of time, because then again, that puts money back in your pocket. But at the same time, it may not be as objectionable to some people.
One thing I noticed, a lot of politicians don't have a clue of how money works. At all. They just talk a good game. And for those who don't understand, which is the majority of the people in this country, they buy it. They buy it because they themselves don't understand. And that's sad.
About actually giving out dollars. But obviously then you start dealing with the different tax brackets and things like that. And that's one of the reasons that, you know, we argue the reparations make sense, because so many black folk, not only do you owe for the labor that was stolen and killed and all the other things, right? But the fact is, like, we end up being so far behind, right? And so it's like, how do you bring forth people? Exactly. And so it's like, if you do the no tax thing, for people that are already, say, struggling and aren't really paying taxes in the first place, it doesn't really exactly.
They may want those checks like they got
exactly.
I talk to black folk all the time, and somebody that's a child of a preacher. Listen,
Consumers
most black
pay
people
for
are
it.
not Republicans simply because we just is like, y'all racist. I can't hang out with the KKK in them. That's really what it is. But when we think about who we are as black people and we think about where we come from,
Our rhetoric is
most black people have
diabolical.
very conservative values, right? But the reality is that, like, we just can't side with, like, the neo-Nazis in them. We not dealing with y'all like that, right?
Comment is in response to a video I did about Jasmine Crockett and her running for the U.S. Senate, and how I said that I do not support Jasmine Crockett for a variety of reasons. I used to support Jasmine Crockett simply because she was a black woman, and I loved that video that went viral of her going off on Marjorie Taylor. And then, you know, I came to my senses and recognized that she does nothing for the state of Texas.
And there you go. And there you go. I'm telling you, she has no clue how money works. Yet, she's not poor. She is not poor. Don't get it confused. You can tell by her designer outfits and the way she speaks. She got some money. And I feel like a lot of politicians, they don't know how to make money work. They just know how to take money and receive money. They don't know how to make it generate. They don't know how to make the money work. They don't know how to make $1 get another dollar. They are clueless when it comes to that. You hear it when her math was not mathing. Let me know your thoughts. Go in the comments. Let's have this great conversation. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel.